What if I told you that knowledge alone is useless? That despite everything you've ever learned in school, you might still be broke? Harsh, but true. Because the secret to wealth isn't in how much you know. It's in what kind of knowledge you control and how you apply it. This single shift turned ordinary people into millionaires, while those who ignored it stayed average forever. Today, we dive into Chapter 4 of Think and Grow Rich, Specialized Knowledge, the skill that can transform your ideas into unstoppable money-making machines. We live in a world drowning in information. You can Google anything. You can read thousands of books. Yet why are so many people still struggling financially? Because general knowledge, no matter how vast, has little value in building wealth. Henry Ford, the man who revolutionized the automobile industry, barely had a formal education. Reporters once mocked him in court, asking basic history questions to prove he was ignorant. Ford laughed and said, "I don't need to fill my head with facts. I have men around me who can get those facts for me." What Ford understood, and what you must learn, is that wealth comes from applied, specialized knowledge. He didn't know everything, but he knew what he wanted, and he surrounded himself with experts to make it real. Think of knowledge like energy. General knowledge is like sunlight scattered everywhere. Specialized knowledge is a laser beam. It focuses power in one spot until it can cut through steel. Millionaires and billionaires all have this in common. They either mastered a specific skill themselves or built a team of specialists who did. They didn't waste time trying to be good at everything. They became great at one thing and leveraged it. And here's the kicker. You don't have to know everything to win. You just have to know what's worth knowing and how to use it. You may be wondering, all right, I get it. Specialized knowledge is key. But how do I find mine? The answer is simpler than most people think, yet powerful enough to change your life. First, understand this. You already have a seed of specialized knowledge within you. It might be something you've done for years, something you're deeply curious about, or a problem you've solved for yourself or others. But here's the catch. Most people ignore that seed because they believe they need to know everything before they can start. That belief kills more dreams than failure ever could. Look at how wealth is built in the real world. Do you think Steve Jobs knew how to build every circuit inside the first iPhone? Of course not. What he had was a deep understanding of what people wanted: simplicity, elegance, and usefulness in technology. That insight, his specialized knowledge, allowed him to lead a team of engineers and designers to bring his vision to life. Or take Oprah Winfrey. Her specialized knowledge wasn't just in hosting talk shows. It was in understanding human emotion. She knew how to connect with people in a way that made them open up, trust her, and feel seen. That single skill turned into a media empire. Here's the secret. Specialized knowledge doesn't have to be a technical skill. It doesn't have to be math, coding, or engineering, though it can be. It's about knowing something deeply enough that others value it, and being able to apply it in a way that produces results. So, how do you uncover yours? Start by asking these questions. What problems have I solved that others struggle with? Maybe you've figured out how to stay fit despite a busy schedule. Maybe you've mastered selling online. Maybe you've learned how to fix credit issues. Problem solved equal value created. What do people constantly ask me for help with? This is often a sign of hidden expertise. If others seek you out for advice in an area, it's because you know something they don't. What would I gladly learn about even if I wasn't being paid? Passion fuels persistence. When you love a topic, you'll put in the hours to become great at it, and greatness attracts opportunity. Now, let's address the most common objection. But I don't have enough knowledge yet. Good. That means you're in the perfect place to grow. Specialized knowledge isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop deliberately. Napoleon Hill emphasizes that the richest individuals are either specialists themselves or they organize specialists around them. You can do either. The fastest path? Find a mentor or immerse yourself in a learning environment that gives you real-world, actionable skills. Not vague theory, not random YouTube videos, but structured learning from those who've done what you want to do. And here's where most fail. They collect knowledge, but never apply it. They read books, but take no action. They attend seminars, but never implement. Remember this: knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. Ford didn't just gather experts. He directed their knowledge toward building affordable cars for the masses. Jobs didn't just learn design. He applied it to create products people loved. In the next part, we'll break down exactly how to start applying your knowledge, even if you feel like you're starting from zero, and how to transform that knowledge into something people will pay for. You've identified what you know or what you want to know. Now comes the real game changer, turning that knowledge into action that creates value. This is where most people freeze. They ask, what if I fail? What if I'm not ready? What if I'm not the best? Here's the truth. You don't need to be the best. You just need to be useful. Think about this. If your car broke down on a deserted road, would you refuse help from a mechanic who wasn't the best in the world? No, you'd thank them for getting you moving again. The world doesn't pay for perfection. It pays for solutions. Step 1. Apply what you know to solve one real problem. Start small. Pick one problem, one person, one situation. Maybe you know how to edit videos, help a friend struggling with their social media. Maybe you're good at organizing, help someone declutter their workspace. Whatever it is, get in the habit of applying what you know in real situations. Why? Because applied knowledge builds confidence. It transforms abstract learning into tangible results. Step 2. Document what you learn from doing. This is crucial. Every time you apply your knowledge, you'll discover what works and what doesn't. Write it down, record it, reflect on it. This is how you refine your skill into something powerful and unique. Take Thomas Edison as an example. He didn't invent the light bulb on his first try. He experimented thousands of times, learning from each failure. His genius wasn't in knowing everything. It was in applying, learning, adjusting, and trying again. Step 3. Share your results, even if they're small. When you share what you're learning and achieving, you create opportunities. People notice. They ask questions. They seek your help. This is how specialized knowledge starts to attract income. Consider this. The world's most successful online educators didn't start as experts. They began by sharing what they were figuring out on fitness, coding, investing, you name it. Over time, their growing knowledge, proven by results, became their business. Step 4. Keep upgrading your knowledge, but with purpose. Don't fall into the trap of endless learning without action. Upgrade as you go. Learn something, apply it, then learn the next piece. This cycle, learn, apply, refine, is what separates successful specialists from lifelong dreamers. Here's a mindset shift to remember. You don't have to know everything to start, but you do have to start to know everything. And when you do this consistently, something magical happens. Your knowledge compounds. At first, you'll know a little. Then, as you apply it, you'll gain insights others don't have. Those insights are what make your knowledge valuable. That's when people start seeking you out. And that's when wealth begins to flow. In the next part, we're going to explore how to leverage other people's specialized knowledge so you can accelerate your growth, even if you think you have none right now. So far, we've focused on developing and applying your own specialized knowledge. But here's a powerful secret most people overlook. You don't have to know everything yourself to succeed. You can borrow the knowledge of others. Think about that for a second. The wealthiest people in history didn't do everything alone. They built empires by leveraging the expertise of those around them. Take Henry Ford, for example. By his own admission, he didn't know much about engineering or mechanics. In fact, during a lawsuit in the early 1900s, lawyers tried to embarrass him by asking highly technical questions about the automobile. Ford calmly responded, "I don't know the answers to your questions, but I have a row of buttons on my desk, and with the push of one, I can summon men who can answer anything you ask me about the business I run. Why should I clutter my mind with facts when I can call on experts who have them?" This mindset is gold. Ford didn't waste time trying to be a master of everything. He mastered one thing: assembling the right people and putting their specialized knowledge to work. Now, how can you do the same? Step 1. Identify what you lack. What's holding you back? Be honest with yourself. Maybe you have a great business idea but no marketing skills. Maybe you're a creative genius but terrible at managing money. Write down the specific areas where you need expertise. Step 2. Find those who already have it. Thanks to today's world, access to experts has never been easier. You can find them through books, podcasts, online courses, LinkedIn, or even local networking events. Remember, experts don't have to be famous. They just need to know more than you do in that area. Step 3. Learn from them actively. Don't just consume their content passively. Engage. Ask questions. Test their strategies in your own life. If you can, build a relationship with them. A mentor can accelerate your growth faster than any course you'll ever take. Consider Warren Buffett's story. When he was starting out, he didn't try to figure out investing entirely on his own. He studied under Benjamin Graham, one of the greatest investors of his time. Buffett took Graham's principles, applied them, refined them, and eventually became the most successful investor in history. Step 4. Combine what you borrow with what you already have. This is where the magic happens. When you merge your own strengths with the specialized knowledge of others, you create something unique. It's no longer just their knowledge. It's your unique application of it. Look at Steve Jobs. He wasn't the world's best coder or designer, but he knew how to combine technical brilliance from engineers with elegant design from creatives. That combination revolutionized entire industries. Step 5. Respect and reward the knowledge you leverage. People won't keep sharing their expertise if they feel used. Show appreciation. Credit them. If you're in business, compensate fairly. Build relationships, not transactions. This keeps doors open and opportunities flowing. Here's the bottom line. Specialized knowledge doesn't just live in your head. It lives in your network, your mentors, your team. The sooner you start tapping into that, the faster you'll progress. In the next part, we'll dive into how to transform all this specialized knowledge, yours and others, into something the market pays for. Now that you understand the importance of leveraging other people's knowledge, the next step is turning that knowledge into tangible results, something the world values and will pay for. Knowledge by itself isn't power, it's potential power. The world doesn't reward what you know, it rewards what you do with what you know. Consider Thomas Edison. He didn't just understand electricity. He turned that understanding into the light bulb, the phonograph, and an entire system of electrical power. Nikola Tesla, too, was brilliant in his specialized field. But what made his work transformative was its application, the alternating current system that powers modern life. So how do you apply this principle to your own life? 1. Package your knowledge into value. Ask yourself, How can I take what I know or what I've gathered from others and solve a real problem? Every business, every career advancement, every source of income stems from solving a problem for someone else. Example: a fitness coach doesn't just know about exercise. They package that knowledge into training programs that help clients achieve their goals. An investor doesn't just know financial theory. They use it to create wealth. 2. Combine knowledge with action. Far too many people collect information endlessly, but never act on it. They attend seminars, read books, take courses, and then do nothing. Don't fall into this trap. Take one concept you've learned and apply it immediately. Even if you fail, you'll learn more than any amount of passive consumption can teach you. Think of Elon Musk. He didn't invent rocket science, but he learned from the experts, hired the right engineers, and applied their specialized knowledge to create SpaceX. 3. Build something scalable. Once you know how to create value with specialized knowledge, think bigger. How can I make this work beyond myself? This might mean building a product instead of just providing a service, automating a process, or teaching others what you know. Example: look at online education platforms. One person's expertise in coding, music, or photography can now reach millions through courses. They've transformed personal knowledge into global impact and income. 4. Stay ahead of change. Specialized knowledge has an expiration date. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. The people who thrive are those who keep learning, adapting, and upgrading their skills. Think of Blockbuster versus Netflix. One stuck with outdated knowledge about video rental. The other adapted specialized knowledge about digital streaming and won. 5. Measure your progress. Don't just hope your knowledge is paying off. Track it. Are you making more money? Growing your business? Gaining more clients? Improving efficiency? Set measurable goals and check them regularly. 6. Teach what you know. There's a secret benefit to teaching. It forces you to understand your knowledge at a deeper level. When you explain a concept clearly to someone else, you reinforce it in your own mind and often discover gaps in your understanding. This is why some of the greatest thinkers, like Richard Feynman in physics, insisted that if you can't explain something simply, you don't really understand it. The moment you start applying, scaling, and sharing your specialized knowledge, you step into the realm of real influence and wealth. You're no longer just a learner. You're a creator of value. In the next part, we'll explore how to develop an unstoppable confidence in your specialized knowledge so that others believe in you as much as you believe in yourself. You now know that specialized knowledge needs to be applied, but here's the next critical truth. It's not enough to have knowledge. You must project certainty about it. People follow confidence, not just competence. They invest in those who believe in what they know. If you want to lead, sell, inspire, or influence, you must first master the ability to trust your own expertise. 1. Why confidence matters more than you think. Imagine two surgeons. Both are equally skilled, but one hesitates, second guesses, and seems unsure. The other speaks calmly, explains clearly, and acts decisively. Who would you trust to operate on you? The same applies to any field. Clients, employers, and partners choose people who demonstrate certainty. If you seem unsure about your knowledge, why would anyone else believe in it? Build confidence through mastery. True confidence isn't arrogance, it's preparation. It's knowing your material so thoroughly that doubt has no room to grow. How do you achieve this? Deliberate practice. Work on your skill daily with intention, not just repetition. Feedback loops. Get input from those ahead of you and adjust accordingly. Real-world application. Test your knowledge in actual situations, not just theory. Think of Kobe Bryant. He didn't just rely on natural talent. He spent hours every day refining his craft. His confidence on the court came from thousands of hours off it. 3. Borrow confidence until you own it. At first, you might not feel confident. That's okay. Borrow confidence from mentors, from past successes, or even by modeling someone you admire. This isn't faking it. It's leveraging belief until your results catch up. Example: many entrepreneurs pitch investors before they have a proven track record. They succeed because they borrow confidence from their research, their team, and their conviction in the idea until they build real-world proof. 4. Eliminate the fear of being wrong. One of the biggest killers of confidence is the fear of making mistakes. But mistakes are not the opposite of success. They're the pathway to it. Consider Thomas Edison's famous quote when asked about his failures in creating the light bulb. "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset turns errors into experiments and keeps confidence intact. 5. Communicate with authority. Confidence isn't just internal, it's expressed. The way you speak, stand, and write signals belief to others. Practice. Speak with clarity, not filler words. Maintain steady eye contact. Use a calm confidence. Deliberate tone. These cues make people perceive you as competent even before they see your results. 6. Create a confidence ritual. High performers often have routines that prime them for confidence. Power poses, affirmations, visualization, or pre-performance habits. This isn't superstition, it's neuroscience. Your body influences your mind, and preparation reduces anxiety. Now that you've built confidence in your specialized knowledge, the question becomes, where do you apply it for maximum impact? Knowing something valuable is one thing. Spotting the right opportunities to leverage it is what separates the successful from the average. 1. Opportunities hide in problems. Every breakthrough you admire, Airbnb, Uber, Amazon, started with a problem someone solved using their specialized knowledge. Airbnb founders didn't invent travel. They saw a problem. Hotels were expensive and limited during big events. Their specialized knowledge in coding and design turned that problem into a multi-billion-dollar solution. Uber didn't create taxis. They solved the pain of unreliable rides using tech expertise and a clear understanding of urban mobility issues. Look around your industry, community, or daily life. What frustrates people? If you have knowledge that can fix it, you've found opportunity. 2. Look for gaps, not just trends. Trends are crowded. Gaps are profitable. Instead of chasing what everyone else is doing, ask, what's missing? Where are people underserved? What's outdated that could be improved? Example, Netflix didn't compete with Blockbuster on renting DVDs. They exploited the gap in convenience and eventually streaming. 3. Combine skills for unique value. Sometimes, opportunity isn't in one skill, it's in the intersection of skills. A coder who also understands finance can build fintech tools. A marketer who knows psychology can craft campaigns that deeply resonate. A teacher with tech expertise can create online courses at scale. The more unique your skill combination, the less competition you face. 4. Leverage networks. Opportunities often come through people. Your specialized knowledge is most powerful when shared with the right network. Join industry groups. Contribute to forums or communities. Collaborate on projects where your skill fills a crucial gap. Steve Jobs once said, "Creativity is just connecting things." Many of those connections come from relationships. 5. Stay curious. Stay relevant. Knowledge loses value if it becomes outdated. Constantly ask, what's changing in my field? What new problems are emerging? What technologies, regulations, or social shifts could create fresh opportunities? You've identified opportunities where your specialized knowledge can make a difference. Now, let's address the next big step, turning that knowledge into income. 1. Understand the value exchange. Money flows where value is delivered. People pay when you solve a problem they deeply care about. Your specialized knowledge isn't worth anything unless it improves someone's life, saves them time, or makes them money. Ask yourself, what transformation can my knowledge create for someone? Why would they pay for it? When you can answer these questions clearly, you have a foundation for monetization. 2. Choose your income model. Specialized knowledge can generate income in several ways. Here are the most common. Service model. You provide your expertise directly. Example, a graphic designer creating logos for businesses. Product model. You package your knowledge into something scalable. Example, online courses, books, apps. Consulting coaching model. You guide others using your expertise. Example, a fitness trainer creating personalized plans. Licensing partnership model. You let others use your knowledge for a fee. Example, a software developer licensing code libraries. Pick a model that fits your strengths, lifestyle, and desired income level. 3. Build proof of value. Before people pay, they need to believe you can deliver. Build credibility by sharing results, your own or from those you've helped. Offering small initial wins, free advice, a mini service, or a trial. Collecting testimonials, reviews, or case studies. People buy trust as much as they buy expertise. 4. Start small, scale smart. Don't wait for perfection. Launch something simple, gather feedback, and improve. Sell one service to one client. Create one small product. Offer one workshop. Then scale what works. Expansion without proof is just guessing. Growth fueled by real demand is sustainable. 5. Leverage modern tools. Technology has removed almost every barrier to turning knowledge into income. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn let you showcase expertise for free. Tools like Teachable, Kajabi, and Substack let you package knowledge. Freelance marketplaces, Upwork, Fiverr, connect you to global clients instantly. If you're not using these tools, you're leaving opportunities on the table. Specialized knowledge is potential energy. Monetization turns it into motion. The wealthiest people you admire aren't just knowledgeable, they've mastered how to deliver their knowledge to the world in a way that creates consistent value and revenue. In the next part, we'll explore how to protect and grow your specialized knowledge so it keeps generating wealth for years to come. You've learned how to turn specialized knowledge into income. Now let's go deeper. How do you protect and grow that knowledge so it becomes an unstoppable advantage? Number 1, the trap of stagnation. Many people stop learning once they start earning. They get comfortable, their skills become outdated, and eventually they're replaced by someone hungrier and more skilled. Specialized knowledge is like a muscle. It grows with use and atrophies with neglect. Ask yourself, what am I doing this month to improve my expertise? What will make me more valuable next year than I am today? If you don't have clear answers, you're at risk of falling behind. 2. Constant skill upgrading. Your industry, your market, and your audience evolve. You must evolve faster. Study new trends in your field weekly. Learn complementary skills that enhance your core expertise. If you're a marketer, learn analytics. If you're a coder, learn project management. Take high-level training or mentorship at least once a year. The more layers of value you add, the harder you are to replace. 3. Build a knowledge network. Your brain can't hold everything, but your network can. Surround yourself with peers who challenge you to improve, mentors who provide shortcuts from experience, apprentices who force you to clarify and teach what you know. Knowledge multiplies when shared. Teaching others cements your mastery while expanding your influence. 4. Protect your intellectual assets. Once your specialized knowledge is valuable, others will try to copy it. Safeguard it by documenting your processes and methods, using copyrights, trademarks, or patents where applicable, keeping key insights or methods exclusive to your paid clients' products. The goal isn't secrecy, it's to ensure you get rewarded for the value you've created. 5. Reinvent yourself periodically. The most successful experts reinvent themselves every few years. They don't cling to old methods, they lead the next wave. Ask every 18 to 24 months, is my knowledge still cutting edge? What's the next big opportunity in my field? Be willing to adapt. Industries collapse, technologies disrupt, but those who adapt thrive no matter what. Specialized knowledge isn't just about what you know, it's about how you think about what you know. This is the mental shift that separates average performers from industry leaders. 1. The specialist versus the generalist. A generalist knows a little about many things. A specialist knows a lot about one thing. But here's the secret. The most successful people start as specialists, then think like strategists. Example, a doctor might specialize in heart surgery. That makes them valuable. But the top surgeons, they understand hospital operations, research funding, and medical tech innovations. They use their deep knowledge as leverage to lead, not just perform. From worker to owner of knowledge. When you only use knowledge for tasks, you're replaceable. When you own a unique way of applying that knowledge, you become irreplaceable. Don't just learn accounting. Create a framework for financial efficiency. Don't just learn photography. Develop a signature style or method. This is how experts command higher fees, build businesses, and dominate markets. 3. Thinking in systems, not tasks. Average people think, what do I need to do today? Specialists turned strategists think, how do I build a system so this runs without me? If you're a freelancer, think like an agency owner. If you're an employee, think like the CEO of your role. This shift transforms you from someone who works for money into someone who builds assets that generate money. 4. Becoming a perpetual student. The moment you think you've arrived, you've already started falling behind. The top 1% in any field relentlessly learn, not because they have to, but because they know knowledge compounds like money. Read at least one book a month in your field. Take one course a quarter that stretches your skill set. Spend time with people ahead of you. Their thinking rubs off. 5. Aligning knowledge with purpose. Finally, specialized knowledge without purpose is just trivia. Tie what you know to a clear mission. Are you solving a real problem for people? Does your expertise create meaningful change? Can you connect it to a vision that excites you? When your knowledge serves a bigger purpose, motivation stops being a problem. It becomes a natural byproduct. Specialized knowledge is only powerful when others recognize its value. You might be a genius in your field, but if you can't communicate your expertise, you'll stay invisible. 1. Perception equals value. In today's world, how people see your expertise often matters as much as the expertise itself. The scientist who publishes research no one reads earns modestly. The scientist who translates complex ideas into solutions for industries earns millions. Your job isn't just to know things, it's to show others why that knowledge matters. 2. Packaging your knowledge. Ask yourself, how can I present what I know in a way that's easy to consume and apply? Write articles, blogs, or guides that simplify your field. Speak webinars, workshops, or short videos sharing actionable insights. Visualize charts, infographics, or frameworks that make concepts click. When people can quickly grasp the value you bring, opportunities multiply. 3. Storytelling over information. Facts alone don't persuade. Stories do. If you're a fitness coach, don't just say, "I help people lose weight." Tell the story of a client who lost 50 pounds and regained their confidence. If you're a software developer, don't just list features. Share how your app saved a company thousands of hours. Stories turn abstract expertise into emotional, relatable impact. Authority through results. Real authority comes from proof of transformation. Collect testimonials. Document before and after results. Build a portfolio that demonstrates outcomes, not just skills. People trust results, not resumes. 5. Leveraging platforms. In the digital age, you have free tools to amplify your knowledge. LinkedIn for professional credibility. YouTube for demonstrations and teaching. Podcasts for sharing insights in depth. Pick one platform, start small, and be consistent. Visibility compounds just like knowledge does. 6. The expert's secret. Give first. Ironically, the more you give away, the more you gain. Share insights freely. Offer value up front. People pay for depth, access, and speed, things you can't give away entirely. The moment you master the art of presenting and proving your expertise, you stop chasing opportunities. They start chasing you. In the next part, we'll dive into how to turn your specialized knowledge into a product, service, or business that creates sustainable income. 1. The shift from knowledge to product. Ask yourself, what do I know that solves a problem for others? A chef's knowledge becomes a cooking class, recipe book, or YouTube channel. A personal trainer's knowledge becomes an online course, fitness app, or membership community. A business consultant's expertise becomes a high-ticket service or group coaching program. Your specialized knowledge is raw material. Your job is to shape it into something others find useful. 2. Start small, scale big. You don't need a huge product or company right away. Start with a single offer, a short ebook, a 1-hour paid webinar, a basic coaching session. Once you see what works, expand it. Turn that webinar into a full course. Package your coaching into a premium program. Build a recurring revenue model like a subscription. Growth is easier when you test, refine, and build gradually. 3. The power of systems. Specialized knowledge on its own is personal. Document your process so others can follow it. Automate repetitive tasks with tools. Delegate low-value work so you can focus on high-value thinking. This is how individuals become companies, and why one person's expertise can generate millions without requiring their constant presence. 4. Charge for value, not time. People don't pay for hours. They pay for results. The lawyer who solves $1 million problem in 10 minutes is worth more than one who takes 10 hours. The consultant who saves a company $500,000 should never charge by the hour. Position your specialized knowledge around impact, not effort. 5. Create a transformation, not just the transaction. Ultimately, people buy transformation. They don't want a personal trainer. They want confidence and health. They don't want a marketing consultant. They want more revenue. When you sell the outcome of your knowledge, price resistance fades and demand grows. The truth? Specialized knowledge isn't just about knowing more. It's about creating change others are willing to pay for. In the next part, we'll explore why collaboration with other experts can multiply your success faster than going solo. Specialized knowledge grows exponentially when you stop working in isolation and start collaborating with others who have complementary expertise. First, the power of combining strengths. Many of history's biggest breakthroughs didn't come from a lone genius, but from partnerships. Steve Jobs had vision and design sense, but Steve Wozniak had the technical expertise to make it real. Henry Ford revolutionized manufacturing, but he relied on engineers, managers, and financial experts to scale. When you combine your specialized knowledge with someone else's, you create something far more powerful than either of you could alone. 2. Why collaboration multiplies value. New perspectives. Other experts see blind spots you miss. Shared networks. Their connections become yours, opening doors you couldn't access alone. Faster progress. Delegating tasks outside your expertise speeds everything up. Working with others transforms your knowledge into a force multiplier. 3. How to find the right collaborators. Look for people who excel at what you're weak at. Share your values and long-term vision. Bring resources, skills, money, networks you don't have. You're not looking for clones of yourself. You're looking for complements. 4. Guarding against the wrong partnerships. Partnerships can make or break you. Avoid people driven purely by short-term gain. They'll abandon you when things get tough. Stay away from those with poor reputations. Their baggage will become yours. Put every agreement in writing. Trust is essential, but contracts protect both sides. Collaboration is leverage, but only if done wisely. From collaboration to empire, the wealthiest individuals rarely operate alone. They build teams of specialists, each focused on what they do best. A real estate investor has agents, lawyers, contractors, and financiers. A best-selling author has editors, marketers, and publicists. A tech founder has developers, designers, and strategists. This is how specialized knowledge becomes scalable wealth. In the next part, we'll break down the steps to build your own mastermind group, a circle of powerful minds that can elevate you beyond what you could achieve solo. Specialized knowledge reaches its peak power when organized through a mastermind group, a concept Napoleon Hill described as the coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between two or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. 1. Why a mastermind group is a wealth engine. When you surround yourself with people who are smarter, more experienced, or differently skilled, you tap into collective intelligence. You gain solutions to problems you couldn't solve alone. You discover opportunities you would have missed. You stay accountable to a group that expects results. This isn't just theory. Some of the most successful business leaders credit mastermind groups for their breakthroughs. What a true mastermind group looks like. It's not just a networking group or casual meeting. A true mastermind has purpose. Everyone is working toward ambitious, clearly defined goals. Diversity. Members bring varied expertise: finance, marketing, legal, technical. Commitment. Consistent participation and confidentiality are mandatory. The right group becomes a catalyst for accelerated success. 3. How to build one. Start by identifying the type of people who would complement your goals. If you're launching a business, find people experienced in sales, operations, and funding. If you're growing wealth, include those with investment, tax, and legal expertise. Invite 3 to 6 individuals to start. Small groups build trust faster. 4. Running it effectively. Regular meetings, weekly or bi-weekly sessions keep momentum alive. Structured format. Each member shares progress, challenges, and receives feedback. Mutual accountability. Everyone commits to taking action before the next meeting. When run properly, a mastermind group turns individual ambitions into collective achievement. 5. The invisible force behind masterminds. Hill believed a mastermind group creates an almost third mind. A collective energy greater than the sum of its parts. Ideas flow faster. Confidence grows stronger. Results come quicker. This is how great fortunes are built, not through isolated effort, but through organized, shared knowledge. In the next part, we'll explore how to identify your unique area of specialized knowledge and turn it into something marketable, scalable, and highly profitable. Finding your own specialized knowledge is the key to making yourself indispensable in any field. The good news? You already have raw material. You just need to shape it into expertise. 1. Look at what you already know. Most people underestimate what they know. Start by asking, what problems have I solved in my life or career? What do people often ask me for advice about? What skills do I have that others struggle with? Your experience, no matter how ordinary it seems, could be extraordinary to someone else. 2. Identify what the market pays for. Passion matters, but profitability matters too. Search job postings, freelance platforms, and industry trends. See what skills or knowledge command high pay. Where does your experience overlap with demand? This is where specialized knowledge becomes income. 3. Upgrade what you know. Once you find your area, invest in mastery. Take courses from experts who've done what you want to do. Read books and research relentlessly. Practice daily and apply what you learn. Knowledge compounds. The more you learn, the more valuable you become. 4. Package and leverage your expertise. Don't just have knowledge. Use it in ways that create opportunity. Teach it. Online courses, coaching, writing. Sell it. Consulting, products, services. Apply it. Build your own business around it. This is how people turn a simple skill into a career, a brand, or a fortune. 5. The big shift, from consumer to creator. Most people consume information endlessly, but never use it. Wealth is created by those who take action on what they know. Hill wrote, "Knowledge is only potential power. It becomes power only when organized into definite plans of action and directed to a definite end." Your specialized knowledge becomes unstoppable when paired with a clear goal and consistent action. In the next part, we'll break down how to design a clear, actionable plan to monetize and grow your specialized knowledge effectively. You've identified your specialized knowledge. Now it's time to turn it into a clear, actionable plan. Without a roadmap, even the best ideas fade away. 1. Define the specific goal. Start with precision. What exactly do you want to achieve with your knowledge? Is it starting a business, becoming a top-paid expert, or landing a dream job? Set a deadline. Without one, goals stay as wishes. Example, I will launch a freelance marketing service within 90 days and secure my first 3 clients. 2. Break it down into steps. Big goals fail because people try to do everything at once. Instead, identify 3 to 5 key milestones. Break each milestone into daily or weekly tasks. Focus only on what moves you closer to the goal. Think of this like building a house. You lay one brick at a time. 3. Leverage other people's knowledge. Don't try to do everything yourself. Find mentors, coaches, or peers who've done what you want to do. Join industry groups. Follow leaders in your field. Ask questions and learn from their mistakes. Hill emphasized, it pays to know how to purchase knowledge when you need it. 4. Test and adjust quickly. Perfection kills progress. Start small. Test your approach. See what works. If something fails, adjust and try again. Each failure teaches you how to win faster. Action plus feedback equals success. 2. Break it down into steps. Big goals fail because people try to do everything at once. Instead, identify 3 to 5 key milestones. Break each milestone into daily or weekly tasks. Focus only on what moves you closer to the goal. Think of this like building a house. You lay one brick at a time. 3. Leverage other people's knowledge. Don't try to do everything yourself. Find mentors, coaches, or peers who've done what you want to do. Join industry groups. Follow leaders in your field. Ask questions and learn from their mistakes. Hill emphasized, it pays to know how to purchase knowledge when you need it. 4. Test and adjust quickly. Perfection kills progress. Start small, test your approach, see what works. If something fails, adjust and try again. Each failure teaches you how to win faster. Action plus feedback equals success. 5. Commit fully. Half-hearted efforts produce half-hearted results. Schedule daily time to work on your plan. Treat it as non-negotiable. Push past fear. Growth always feels uncomfortable at first. When you take consistent action, your specialized knowledge transforms into results and income. In the next part, we'll explore how to build authority and credibility in your field so others see you as the go-to expert. Having a plan is one thing, but becoming known for your specialized knowledge is what sets you apart. If people don't know you're an expert, opportunities will pass you by. 1. Position yourself as the authority. People trust those who demonstrate knowledge consistently. Share insights on platforms like LinkedIn, Medium, or YouTube. Write short posts, create quick videos, or share case studies. Focus on solving problems your target audience faces. Remember, authority is built by giving value first. 2. Create a proof of work portfolio. Don't just say you're skilled, show it. Compile examples of your work, even if they started as practice projects. Highlight real results you've achieved, even small wins. Testimonials, reviews, and endorsements amplify trust. When you can prove your expertise, people stop questioning your worth. 3. Network with intentionality. Your network can open doors your knowledge alone cannot. Attend relevant events, workshops, or virtual summits. Approach networking as building genuine connections, not chasing favors. Give first, help others, and they'll remember you. Napoleon Hill wrote, "Power is required for the accumulation of money, and power is acquired through highly organized and intelligently directed knowledge." Your network can be a critical part of that power. 4. Publish, speak, or teach. Teaching is the fastest way to cement yourself as an expert. Offer to guest speak at small events or online webinars. Write simple guides or tutorials. Host free Q&A sessions. The more you teach, the more confident and recognized you become. 5. Stay ahead of the curve. Experts who stop learning become irrelevant. Dedicate time weekly to read, take courses, or study new trends. Adapt faster than others, and you'll always have an edge. Specialized knowledge isn't static. It evolves, and so must you. Specialized knowledge becomes powerful only when it's monetized, when it transforms from information in your head into tangible results in the world. 1. Package what you know. The biggest mistake people make is keeping their expertise scattered. Organize it. Create a structured service, program, or product around your skills. Instead of saying, "I can help with marketing," say, "I run 4-week campaigns that increase email conversions by 30%. Clear, specific offers attract paying clients. 2. Identify who values it most. Not everyone will pay for your knowledge, but the right audience will pay generously. Define your ideal client. Who has the problem you can solve? Focus on the industries or individuals with both a need and a budget. Stop trying to convince the wrong people. When you find those who value your expertise, everything becomes easier. 3. Leverage multiple income streams. Don't rely on one channel. Experts diversify. Service-based, consulting, freelancing, coaching. Product-based, online courses, books, digital tools, licensing. Let others pay to use your frameworks or systems. The more ways you can package and distribute your knowledge, the more resilient your income. 4. Build scalable systems. Trading time for money has limits. Systems unlock freedom. Automate repetitive tasks. Use templates, checklists, and software to deliver faster without sacrificing quality. Build processes others can follow if you grow into a team. 5. Charge what you're worth. Underpricing is a sign of undervaluing yourself. Base your price on value delivered, not hours worked. When you can deliver $10,000 in results, charging $2,000 isn't expensive. It's a bargain. Confident pricing signals confidence in your expertise. Specialized knowledge isn't just about what you know. It's about staying relevant in a world that changes fast. What works today may be obsolete tomorrow. The winners are those who keep learning, adapting, and applying. 1. Commit to continuous education. Your expertise is a living asset. If you stop feeding it, it dies. Schedule regular learning. Read, attend workshops, follow industry leaders. Set aside at least 30 minutes a day to deepen or expand your skills. Treat this as part of your job, not an optional extra. 2. Learn from results, not just books. Real expertise is forged in application. Test your knowledge in real scenarios. Analyze what worked, what didn't, and adjust fast. The marketplace is the best teacher. Listen to it. 3. Build a knowledge network. Stay connected to people who are ahead of you. Join communities where your field is actively discussed. Seek mentors who've achieved what you're aiming for. Surround yourself with those who challenge you to grow. 4. Anticipate change. Great specialists don't wait for disruption. They prepare for it. Watch emerging trends and technologies. Ask yourself, how will my industry look in 5 years? What do I need to know now to stay ahead? Being early gives you leverage when others are scrambling to catch up. 5. Reinvest in yourself relentlessly. The most profitable investment is always in your own skill set. Allocate a portion of every dollar earned to training, courses, or tools that improve your ability to deliver results. View learning as a profit center, not a cost. Specialized knowledge is powerful, but only if you act on it. Knowledge without execution is wasted potential. This is where most people fail. They gather information, but never turn it into results. 1. Action turns knowledge into power. You don't need to know everything to start. You need to start with what you know. The perfect moment will never come. Begin now. Refine as you go. Every skill gets sharper through use, not through theory. 2. The 24-hour rule. Use what you learn within 24 hours. If you read a strategy today, apply a piece of it today. Immediate application cements knowledge and builds momentum. Waiting kills both confidence and clarity. 3. Build a results-oriented mindset. Shift from what do I know to what results can I create with what I know. Measure progress by outcomes, not effort. Knowledge should move you closer to a tangible goal: income, skill mastery, or impact. If it doesn't, reevaluate how you're using it. 4. Leverage what you learn for others. Sharing and teaching magnify your mastery. Offer your expertise to help someone else, solve problems for others, and you'll always have opportunities knocking. Specialists who provide value rarely lack income or influence. 5. Keep your ambition alive. Success loves momentum. Set new goals as soon as you achieve old ones. Never let comfort replace curiosity. Treat learning and applying as daily disciplines, not occasional tasks. If you're ready to turn your knowledge into wealth, subscribe to this channel right now. We're breaking down every principle from Think and Grow Rich so you can apply it in your life and build the success you deserve. Don't just consume, commit. Hit that subscribe button and take the next step today.